Let me ask you this. Have you ever been training really hard, eating what you think is enough, but the muscle gain are just not showing up? You feel like you're doing all the right things, but your body says otherwise. Here is the hard truth. If your calorie intakes isn't aligned with your training, you're either spinning your wheels or gaining fat. Today, I'm going to show you step by step how to find the optimal calorie intake for your body, so you can finally see lean muscle growth without the BS. First things first, how many calories you need to build muscle is not one size fits all. It can vary and depends on a whole bunch of things. Your body composition, your genetics, metabolism, training frequency, intensity, or even how well your body absorbs nutrients. And yes, some beginners can achieve muscle growth even in a calorie deficit, especially if they're new to lifting or coming back after a break. But if you're serious about muscle growth, a calorie surplus probably will do the job. But I'm not talking about dirty bulking. We're talking about controlled, smart, strategic calories.
Cheat day?
Cheat day, yeah.
Let me show you how to do right. Step 1. Calculate the maintenance calories. Before you're even thinking about building muscles, you need to know where you stand. And a good way to start is by using a TDEE calculator, which stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure. This is the number of calories that your body burns in a day just to stay alive and to support your activity throughout the day. Think about it like a foundation of a house. If you don't build it on solid ground, everything else falls apart. There are tons of TDEE calculators online. Just Google one and plug in. You will need to put information like your age, your height, your weight, your gender, your activity level, basically how often you train throughout the week. Also, you will need to add your body fat percentage. And if you don't know that number already, use a smart scale to calculate it, or go to a local gym that you go to maybe and ask them to scan your body so you can get your body fat percentage. And don't worry, it doesn't need to be perfect, but kind of around where you need to go. Now let's say that TDD calculator says you burn around 2,500 calories per day just to maintain your current weight. This means if you consistently eat 2,500 calories, you won't gain or lose weight. And that's quite powerful to know, because now we got a baseline. Now we can work with precision and not just guessing. Step 2, add a smart calorie surplus. Now that you know your maintenance number, it's time to build some muscles. Add muscle is built in a surplus. You will need to eat more than your body burns. But not just any surplus, because we're not trying to get fat. Let me give you some tips how you can kind of manage and control your body surplus calories. If you add for your current number 250 calories per day, you will gain weight and muscle in a slow pace, increasing your weight but with a very minimal fat gaining. While if you add 500 calories to your daily intake, you will gain weight faster, but you will expect a little bit more fat towards your way. So the question rises, which one should you choose? If you're a beginner or very skinny or coming back for a long break, 500 calories more is perfect. Your body is primed for growth. If you are more advanced or you already have some body fat, stick to 200 plus calories per day to keep everything clean. And please avoid the trap of dirty bulking. It doesn't work. Eating 1,000 calories over your daily maintenance will most likely make you bigger but also way fatter. And you will mostly gain fat, water weight, and regret.
Yeah, hope you're all happy now.
Stay disciplined. Building muscles is already hard. Don't make it harder by having to cut down right after. Now let's go to step 3. Set up the right micronutrients target. So in order to do that, we need to talk about macros. It's very simple. The macros that you need to focus on are protein, fat, and carbohydrate. Calories are basically your fuel. Macros is how you build your engine. If your macros are off, there is a big chance that your results will suffer, even if your calories are on point. Let's break it down. When we're talking about protein, 0.8 or 1 gram per pound of body weight is what your body uses to repay itself and grow muscle tissues after you train. Let me give you an example. If you weigh around 170 pounds, aim for at least around 135 to 170 grams of protein daily, basically almost matching per pound your body weight. A good way to take all this protein throughout the day is splitting it across your meals to maximize muscle protein synthesis, like a 40 grams protein breakfast, 40 gram lunch, 40 gram dinner, and boom, just like that, you're covered. Now, when it comes down to carbs, 2 to 2.5 grams per pound of body weight is usually the way to go. Remember, carbs are not your enemy like a lot of people wants to say. Carbs are your energy source. They refill your glycogen stores, which means in length terms, more strength, more volume, more intensity in your training. If you are dragging through your workout feeling flat, most likely your carbs are too low and your energy are suffering for it. An example for how much you need, again, if you're a 170 pound lifter, 2.5 grams equal 452 carbs a day. Again, carbs are not your enemy. They are your muscle building ally, so eat them. Now, fats. Usually 0.3 to 0.4 grams per pound of body weight is more than enough. Fats are great. They support your hormones level, brain function, and joint health. You have just to be careful, but if you go too low, on the other hand, your testosterone levels will suffer. Go too high with fats and you might crowd out carbs. So what you have to aim for is a balance. Enough to support health, but not too much that it will slow you down. A good example again, if you are a lifter of 170 pounds, 0.4 equal around 68 grams of fat per day. Once you set all your macros, you now have a custom blueprint for building muscle efficiently. Let's move on to step 4. Track your intakes. Now that you've got all the numbers that you need, it's time to apply them. You don't need to wait every leaf of spinach, but you do need awareness. Tracking is not forever. It's a tool to build precision and habits. Here is what I recommend. If you do need help to track your calories and macros, download apps like MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, or MacroFactor. You probably guys heard already of these ones. Use them to help you track for around approximately 2 to 4 weeks. Weigh your food, scan labels, get familiar with the proportions, and after that, you will be totally able to eyeball it, meals, and stay consistent without logging in these apps for every bite. The bottom line is, don't be sloppy. If you're eating clean but have no clue how much you're actually consuming, you're basically just guessing. And guessing, my friends, doesn't grow muscles. Step 5. Monitor or adjust based on your results. Tracking is like the starting point, but now we have to watch how your body responds. After 2-3 weeks, you have to ask yourself, are you gaining weight? Are your lifts going up? Are you feeling more pumped, more full? Are you recovering well? You should ask all these questions and check. If everything goes well, roughly, and I mean roughly, you should gain around 0.5 to 1 pound per week. If you're not gaining at all anything, but your strength is flattening, pump your calorie up very little, like around 100 to 150 grams per day. Still no progress after 2 more weeks, bump it up a little more. On the other hand, if you gain way too fast and start to look kind of like soft, pull back around 100 to 150 calories per day. And make sure you're eating your protein consistently. If you're missing that, everything falls apart. And remember, progress is not linear at all. It's feedback. Learn from it and just adjust it. I know I just bombard you with a bunch of information. And if all of these feel kind of like overwhelming, don't worry. I put together a free muscle guide with everything we cover in this video, plus some other tips about your training and how you can obtain the most out of your workouts. Click the link in the description below, grab your free PDF, and use it as a roadmap. Okay, let's do a recap real quick. First, find your maintenance calories. Then, add a surplus of 250 to 500 calories per day. After, dial in your macros, track your intake, at least for a while, and don't forget to watch your progress and adjust as you need it. And most importantly, give it time. Stay consistent at least for 8 to 12 weeks before you make any major changes. This isn't a sprint, it's a body transformation. The more you understand your body, the less you will need to rely on apps and calculators. Eventually, you will eat instinctively and grow because you have mastered the process.
The brain is a muscle, and that's a muscle, and that's a muscle, and they are all muscles, this is all muscle, so I am covered in brains.
It's all for today, guys. If this video helped you out, smash the like button, drop a comment below with your current calorie intake, and subscribe to the channel for no more BS about fitness. And if you know someone who trains really hard but doesn't see any results, send them this video. It might be exactly what it needs to hear. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.